On his first boat trip out to sea, the man encountered something strange. They were halfway to their destination when the boatman suddenly refused to go any further. Jim assumed the boatman was trying to squeeze more money out of him, so he pulled out a thick stack of cash. But to his surprise, the boatman didn't want money. Instead, he handed Jim the very boat he had purchased on loan without asking for a single cent. Jim thought it was a joke. He quickly boarded the small boat, expecting the boatman to stop him at any moment. But instead of protesting, the boatman hurriedly untied the ropes and shoved the boat away from the dock with force. The way he rushed through his actions, as if desperate to rid himself of a burden, made Jim uneasy. Something was off. Still, pushing aside his doubts, he started the engine and sped away, focusing on the job ahead. Once Jim was gone, the boatman's forced smile disappeared, replaced by a look of sorrow. His lips moved in silent prayer, as if pleading for Jim's safety, as if something terrible awaited him. About 10 minutes later, Jim noticed something unusual from his speedboat. A slick patch of black oil was slowly spreading across the vast, blue sea. A gut feeling told him something was wrong. Scanning the water, he spotted a floating object. Reaching over, he grabbed it, a diver's oxygen mask. But this was no ordinary mask. It was cracked, deformed, completely wrecked by a powerful impact. A creeping sense of dread settled in his chest. Something wasn't right. As he looked ahead, the offshore drilling platform came into view. And in that moment, Jim realized this business trip was about to be far more complicated than he had imagined. Suppressing his unease, he carefully maneuvered the boat to a nearby berth and docked. He called out loudly, expecting someone to respond. Silence. Frowning, he stepped onto the platform and cautiously pushed open a heavy steel door. Inside, he found a small dog barking incessantly, its eyes filled with panic. Jim exhaled, relieved, just an abandoned pet. Nothing more, but the moment he let his guard down, two men suddenly emerged, surrounding him. Startled, Jim quickly raised his hands and nervously explained, "I'm an engineer, sent by the company." The tension in the air lingered for a moment, before the men finally relaxed. But just as they began to speak, a loud, thunderous noise erupted from outside.